Hello, we are back with Scarlet Hollow. We were looking for Stella. Have not found her, though. Well, at least we filed a police report. Still, I guess finding Stella is going to mostly be up to us, as it always is. Where to next? Can we go to all of these places? Like, do we actually have the option to go to all of them? I guess we should check in on Oscar and Rosalina. They should be at the old Maxwell place. Tabitha dropped off the keys this morning. The old Maxwell place? So Tabitha put them up in a broken down ruin that should have been bulldozed years ago? Oh, your cousin is gonna get an earful next time I see her. I don't know what that place was even like. Kanika storms off down the road and you follow close behind. You don't get far before the sound of growling and desperate hisses grabs your attention. Oh. Get away from me! I'm supposed to be an indoor cat! I'm not supposed to see things like you! You don't even talk, you freak! You turn to see a ditchling approach a cornered pixel in an alley. He must have slipped out of the library with everyone else last night. The ditchling, distracted from its hunt by your arrival, cranes its neck to face you, its eyes settling on you with alien indifference. Hey, quit it! The words feel meek as they leave your mouth, and the ditchling, unaffected, turns back to its cornered prey. I'm grabbing Pixel! Oh. Before you can react, a small pack of dogs rounds the corner. Oh. They pounce on the creature, pulling it from the wall and then taking turns biting and tearing at it until it's ripped to shreds. Oh. Thank you, good animals. Their task complete, they saunter towards you. What are Daisy and Scraps doing out here? Are they leading some sort of ditchling hunting dog gang? I lived! Pixel, you got out of the library. Oh, you poor cat, come here. Pixel cautiously walks towards your group before clambering into your arms. He has a comfortable heft to him. I see how it is. Everyone likes Jordan, even the cats. They know I can speak to them. We found him last night, terrified and shaking in a bush outside the library. Psh, I wasn't that scared. I've even been helping out. Little Pixel here's been volunteering as a scout. Oh. Don't worry, we were always right around the corner. Those creatures only like to strike out when they have numbers, but they're hardly very bright. We made sure the little guy was taken care of till the humans were awake. Do y'all know where he's supposed to be? You are such good doggies. I have heard a lot about you. So you're this Scraps I've heard so much about. The one and only. This here is Daisy. We've got a few other concerned locals with us as well. Just making sure the cats and dogs of the Holler are well cared for, considering recent events. What good animals. There are more of those things in the woods every day, popping out of the innocent bodies of what used to be dogs like us. He's done us a fine service, but you'd best make sure to keep Pixel inside from here on out. I've got a feeling things are only gonna get worse from here. Like to see you try. I was an indoor cat, but now that I got a taste of the outdoors, I will never be satisfied by the indoor life. But maybe I can wait till all those monsters are gone. Yeah. Oh yeah. Gretchen does really admire you, but have you seen her? Is she missing? Oh dear, Scraps, you don't think? Gretchen's person would never let that happen to her. Wherever she is, I'm sure she's safe from those things. A dog like her doesn't get to be that age without a watchful human at her side. Smell her around town. Can you help us find her? You've got better noses for it. We'll do our best. We didn't intend to make any more trips out into the woods, but if it's for Gretchen, we'll take that risk. She's a well-liked dog in these parts. Been around longer than any of us. It'd be a blow to the community for her to fall victim to these monstrosities. Very good dogs. Very good dogs. Is there anything we humans can do about the ditchlings? They ain't that hard to kill when there's a whole lot of us. They die easy enough, so long as you don't get caught unawares. That's why we're gathering all the local dogs. A big pack is a safe pack. Jimmy may not be doing anything to help, but that doesn't mean we can't take matters into our own hands. Oh my god. There's fucking militia groups roaming. Now Daisy, no need to start in about the mayor. He has his own priorities. So long as he doesn't get in our way, we don't need to go starting trouble. You are very good doggies. Gretchen really admires you, Scraps, by the way. Oh, she flatters me so. I'm nothing special, just another dog. No, you're a good boy. All the more reason to go after her before it's too late. Don't be so modest, Scraps. You're the kind of dog other dogs listen to. That's more than that can be said for that Jimmy. Thinks he's so high and mighty just because he can sit and stay... just because he can sit and stay the best, as if obedience is the best quality in a leader. Like other politician, he tells it like it is. Who cares about Jimmy? We will make sure he gets back to his family. We appreciate it, human. Word's been going around town that there's one among you who could properly understand us. It'll be good to have you on our side during these strange times. Odd things are going on around here. It's important for all of us living things to watch out for each other. Good doggies. Thank you, I appreciate the compliment. You call me good dog? Daisy good dog? Daisy's tail wags excitedly before she regains her composure. Sorry, I just love to hear it. Are your families not like worried about you just roaming the streets? Is that cool? We're country dogs, so long as we come home for dinner. Most of us aren't missed too much. Yeah. Speak for yourself. I know my family has been worried sick, but I can't let that get in the way of what's important. Besides, if I went home, they might tie me up, and then I'd be a sitting duck. I mean, dog. So you've just formed your own militia or something? Yeah, I suppose you can say that. I'm sure you've met the town's illustrious leader by now. When the powers that be abandon you, it's up to the rest of us to band together and protect those who need protecting. One of you should have been the mayor. Well, aren't you sweet? Some dogs just ain't fit to lead. It's not his fault the humans of this town flung him so far out of his depths. Well, we'd best be on our way. Same for us. For the first time that we know of, those things are out during the day, which means the pets of Scarlet Hollow need us now more than ever. Make sure the humans keep an extra careful watch on their furry companions. I will, thank you. The band of dogs scampers off. You just had a full-on conversation with those dogs. It's so weird when you do that. And you even convinced them to help us find Stella. Your powers finally come in handy. Kanika sighs, muttering to herself. Knowing dogs are capable of carrying on an actual conversation is going to make being a veterinarian really weird. Pixel in tow, you and your companions continue on to the old Maxwell place. The old Maxwell place. It was clearly once a mid-century modern home, and undoubtedly quite stylish for the time. It looks quite, it was quite stylish. It was. But it's been abandoned for unknown decades, and moss and vines choke its exterior, barely concealing cracked walls and dust-clouded glass. They really have them living in here? Hey, where the heck are you taking me? This ain't my house. Yeah, I know. Before you can approach, the door opens and Oscar's head pokes out from the entryway. Hello? Oh, sorry if I started y'all. The walls here are worn down enough I could hear you coming from a block away. Oh, how does that even work? They've physically worn down the walls so they are thinner? Good morning, Oscar. Thank goodness you found Pixel. Rosaline has been beside herself. Oscar's voice is tired. He's had a long night and it shows, his graying face seemingly having aged in the hours since you last saw him. Please come on in. Okay. Pixel, he's okay. Rosalina rushes forward, taking Pixel from your arms and hugging him close to her chest. How are y'all holding up? I'm doing alright. Rosalina is, I'm fine. Things could be worse. It really isn't as run down as it looks, and it's got all kinds of weird little features, like an intercom and a jacuzzi. Oh, a jacuzzi's cool. Of course, none of them are really usable with the state of the place. We've turned on the water and the pipes still work at the very least. I guess that's good. Running water is nice. Though I won't be drinking out of them until I've tested what comes out. That's smart. Did you say this place has a fucking jacuzzi? Can I try it? I don't think you want to bathe in whatever's been stuck in the pipes for the past 30 years. No, I think you should try it. Maybe the lead poisoning or whatever will shave off enough years of your life for the ghost to be satisfied and we can go home. Shut the fuck up. You fucking... how about you give him years of your life, motherfucker? Fuck off. Rosalina, I didn't raise you to say things like that. If you can't be civil, you should go to another room while the adults talk. I'll still be able to hear you. The walls in this house are more hole than wall. I'm sorry, Rosalina. You don't have anything to worry about. You didn't leave Alexis to die, and you didn't make me and my dad live here. You really hate me, don't you? Those dumb Scarlets don't care about helping people. They just want to save their own skins. Okay. That seems fair of you to say that. It seems very fair. Your judgment is fair. Yeah, have any of you seen Stella? She went missing after the ghost hunt last night, and we can't get a hold of her. It's no good. She hasn't gotten in touch with any of you? Okay. So I'm guessing that's a no. You'd be right. I haven't seen her since she ran off last night. I should have done a better job warning her. Stella was practically banging down your door trying to get evidence of ghosts. I don't think you were going to be able to stop her. There was no way you could have known how she would react when she found out. Now I'm really starting to worry. It sounds like no one in town has seen her. I'm sorry that I can't be more helpful. I was about to trust a ghost bargain, but I just didn't think it was a fair trade. It's not a fair trade at all, okay? It's literally just stuff. Stuff is not worth life, okay? Fuck off. Stop fucking judging me. See if I can get Tabitha to set you up somewhere nicer. It's cool of my cousin to let you stay in this rad place for free. Okay, I don't think that's gonna help nobody. We could try going on a rescue mission for some of your stuff. I mean, the ghost can't haunt us that quickly, right? No, absolutely not. No one is going back in there until we've had a thoroughly researched plan of action. I mean, just like run in there, take stuff, and go. He can't haunt you that quickly, okay? This goes especially for you, Jordan. Who knows if you'd be able to leave again? How about no one is going back in there, period? We should all agree to just leave the library alone, possibly forever. Oh, it's kind of sad. I didn't think it was a fair trade. It didn't feel like a fair trade to me. And also, it's not my fucking place, okay? You're right, it wouldn't have been a fair trade. That thing was asking for too much. I don't know if I could have lived with myself knowing you'd given up so much just so we could stay in that house. What about what's fair to me and my dad? Rosalina. I'll let her vent. Are you sure you're sorry? Are you sorry enough that you'll dig my friends out of the mine? Are you sorry enough that you'll go back and make that ghost your family killed give us our house back? I don't even have clean clothes to change into because all my clothes are stuck inside a ghost maze. Rosalina, I know you're upset, but taking it out on near strangers is no way to deal with your emotions. As far as I'm concerned, Jordan's the only reason you aren't still down in those mines, so I'm personally quite grateful for what he's done for our family. Besides, it's not like we'll have to stay here for long. One way or another, we'll get our house back. There's no need for anyone to take on any permanent life-changing burdens on our behalf. I don't care what it takes. I'm not letting that creature get the last laugh. Get some, like, salt or something, you know? Sure, that went so great the first time. I've had it with the big talk. I'm going to my room. Let me know if you actually managed to accomplish anything or if we will have to move to some tent in the woods next. Okay. Rosalina storms off. As she leaves, Oscar's shoulders seem to unclench, a tension leaving him as he sighs dejectedly. Let's go outside and give her some space. I have to make things right. I'm not letting external forces shape my life anymore. It's time to face this thing head on. No more running away and pretending nothing is wrong for Rosalina. I've been thinking. As far as I'm aware, there was nothing paranormal going on in Scarlet Hollow before very recently. Now here we are, suddenly surrounded by these weird little goblin creatures in the woods, while entire buildings are taken over by supernatural creatures. You think there was an inciting event, right? I do. That's my thought too. It was never like this in the Holler before. Something must have happened that kicked off all this magic stuff. Whatever the cause of this is, there must be some way to put this genie back in the bottle. Is it because I brought the peanuts? Is that it? Is that what set it all off? Nobody liked them. I'm gonna do my best to find out if there have been any similar events and whether there's anything special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on. The town archives are unfortunately in the library. Rosaline had been pestering me to make some sort of digital backup for months, but I never got around to it, so online sources it is. We'll fill you in on what little we know, so you at least have some place to start. Okay. First off, do make sure that Pixel stays inside, or he might get grabbed by ditchlings. The ditchlings are those things from the woods, right? With those faces. They snatch animals to do some kind of parasitic egg-laying thing. So unless you want one of those things to pop out of Pixel, you better keep him inside. I think some dogs kept him safe, like a gang of dogs. I know it sounds ridiculous, but we saw it with our own eyes. There are very good dogs here, okay? They're very good. I suppose stranger things have happened. This very week, in fact, but we'll make sure he stays safe. Okay. I do think that there is something in the clinic. We're doing nice. I feel I'm missing a vital team member. But if you do need to find Stella, we have been finding these weird stone seals. There was one in the mines and another in your basement, and there might be more. I believe there's one in the clinic. Seals? That's incredibly occulty. To think there was something like that under my house all this time, and to think someone must have put it there. But who? This gives me quite a few threads to follow. Thank you, Jordan. Didn't you say you felt something similar to the mine seal outside the clinic yesterday? I hope that doesn't mean something weird is about to happen there, too. I think so. What if we look at them on a map? Does it make a pentagram? I'm not gonna say this. I believe it, but Kanika's here, so I don't think that'll go well. I do feel there's something in the clinic. There was this door yesterday, and I could feel something pulling me towards it. You said there was something there that reminded you of the mines, right? I'll dig up what I can on the clinic. There's a lot of history there. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something haunting that place as well. Oh god, you don't think that's why Reese is sick, do you? Maybe. He's been sick for years, hasn't he? If there's something supernatural causing his illness, it puts a bit of a wrench in a recency theory. It does, but maybe there's more to it than that. Maybe things being clustered so tightly together is just a coincidence? Maybe Scarlet Hollow's been weird for a long time, and we're all just starting to notice? It does seem like it. It took me back-to-back encounters with the paranormal on consecutive nights to even consider that we might be dealing with something supernatural. I was going to find myself back there soon enough. It's faint, but I can still feel the pull of that. It's only getting stronger. Ooh, it would be the perfect cover for an investigation. I should investigate the clinic. I'm gonna break. I would. That's a smart thing to say. Who knows if that would fly with Dr. Kelly, though? After last night, I'm pretty sure she's not gonna let us anywhere near her house. If we're gonna investigate the clinic, I think we're gonna have to break in. No, absolutely not. It's what Stella would do, and she's been 3 for 3 this week when it comes to finding spooky stuff. She's gotten very lucky lately. She's also been 3 for 3 when it comes to finding her way into mortal peril. This is why we have to find her as soon as possible. It shouldn't fall on me to suggest we do something dangerous. I'm terrible at selling it. It's not that I don't think we should figure out what's going on in there. We just need to be cautious about what we do next. We don't want anyone to get attacked or possessed by any more ghosts, even if it is to help a friend. I don't know if we have time to play it safe. Just give me a day or two to do some research before you do anything rash, okay? Sounds like you have something we should go back to looking for Stella. I agree. Whatever we're doing next, I feel like we're missing a vital team member. We need to find Stella and fast. I agree. We need her brazen energy if we're going to do any serious sleuthing. Let us know what you find. I will. We're going to get the library back and we're going to figure out how to fix whatever's wrong with this town. You pause before Oscar leaves, your eyes lingering for a moment. If there's anything else you'd like to say to Oscar, you should say it now before you leave. Why do you say that? Why do you say that? Oh god. Flirt. Oscar, could I talk to him private for a minute? Wait for a better opportunity later this week. You're still weighing your options. Is this a romance? Does this game do romances? I mean, I do like his type, but it also feels weird. I don't like that they're saying you should say it now before you leave. That makes me almost feel like if I say this, I'm like dooming him or something, you know? Maybe I'm still weighing my options. I don't know about that. That feels like a trap almost. So that's Oscar. Any other ideas? And maybe these all seem to be optional places. I don't know if they are or not, but we should go to the mines. I guess there's a decent chance Stella went there to find your cousin. I can't say I get it, but that's definitely something she'd do. Come on, I'll drive us. Okay. You follow Kanika to her van. It isn't long before you find yourselves outside the Scarlet Mines. A wall of bodies, picket signs, and megaphones in hand forms a human barricade around the entrance to the Scarlet Mines. Scarlet, more like toilet. I hope it's not weird to talk to them while they're in the middle of all this. Well, if it isn't the boss's cousin, you might have had us fooled the other day, but word gets around fast. Hail and well met, fellow countrymen. Shouldn't you be digging kids out of the mine? You've seen Stella. She's missing. The YouTuber? She's the one on all the banned from property posters, right? We haven't seen her, and we've been out here all day, so we'd know she'd come by. We'll make sure to keep an eye out. Can't say we'll be much help, though. We'll just be standing around here for the foreseeable future. Okay. Any word about that whole situation? We've heard voices, so we know they're alive. Now we just have to get them out. Okay. They're alive? That's amazing. I mean, it is, but why are they still in there? They must be so scared down there. We've got a team working in shifts to reach them as fast as we can. We may be striking, but that just means we're not making the boss any money. Not that we won't do everything we can for kids who need us. That's good. How goes the strike? Wouldn't you like to know, Pukey? That is one of the most wretched things I've ever done in a game. I don't know why I did it, but it just happened, and that's a low point. That's a low point. You can see for yourself, it's going strong. A major collapse happened on the property not 2 days ago, and the boss wants us to go on about our work as usual. I'm not going back down there knowing death or serious bodily harm could come at any second. I care more about living than I do about any paycheck. There's a lot that could stand to change around here, and seems like damn near everybody else thinks so too. You folks 100%. Isn't this a bit of an escalation? What are your grievances? We'd like competitive pay, 8-hour shifts instead of 12 or more, improvements to the sick day and vacation policies, and a thorough safety inspection before any of us step foot underground again. That collapse is way too close to the active mine for me to feel safe down there until I know for sure I won't be buried under 2 tons of rock. This place is supported by the labor of folks who are desperate for work to care about the conditions they work under. It runs them ragged, then spits them out when they're too broken to keep going. I've seen it time and time again. We're going to change things. There's no reason we should be treated like we're a disposable workforce. If we're the ones making our money, we should be making money too, not just scraping by. Jesus, Tabitha. Yeah, I mean, you seem reasonable. Tabitha. I'm sure they have. I guess I can go talk to her. I don't really think I'm gonna be able to help at all. But you know, I'm not sure we should be involving the boss's cousin in any negotiations. Yeah, it'd be a bad look. If you want to try and push her to the table, that's one thing. But you should leave the demands to us. That's reasonable. Can we visit the dig site? No way. There's a ton of dangerous equipment there, and the men working to rescue those kids don't need any more distractions. Bad enough having parents breathing down our necks, they're making the job that much harder. They have every right to be at the dig site, but that one woman, Becca's mom, yeah, they're being hassled enough as is. I mean, they haven't seen Stella. Tabitha has? I don't know if she would have or not. Okay, I need to talk to Tabitha. So you're saying you want to cross a picket line? I mean, I don't work here. So what do you fucking want? I could also just call her. I have a phone. Also, you don't need to call Hugsby into it. I'll just call her. Hello, what is it? You're not about to get eaten by the Babadook or something weird like that, right? Not at the moment. Do you want to try that again? Stella is missing. Have you seen her? She's missing? Tabitha's quiet for a moment. I'm sure she'll turn up, but I'll see if I can get a hold of her. Don't think looking for my missing acquaintances give you any pass to do anything dangerous. You're forbidden from doing risky things, even for what you might think is a good reason. I'm hanging up now, bye. She hangs up the phone. That doesn't sound like she knows where Stella is. Come on, let's go. We can figure out what our next move is when we get back to town. Yeah, I guess. Where to next? Before you can say anything, you're interrupted by Kanika's phone buzzing. Is it to the tea shop? Oh my god, my mom's calling me. When is she going to learn to text? Give me a second. Hey, what's up? No, still no sign of her. We were going to keep looking a while longer. I'm really feeling okay. I'm not... You're right. Now that you mention it, I do feel kind of tired. I shouldn't push myself. I'll come home. She has a point. I'm not feeling well right now. I've got to get back to the general store. Maybe some tea could help. This really crept up on me. I was doing fine until... Kanika starts to sway, losing balance in her legs. Oh, shit. I must have been running on adrenaline. Oh, she stumbles, bumping into you before regaining her balance. Goddamn. Sorry. I think I just need some help getting home. I'll have some tea and maybe lie down, and then we can get back to looking for Stella. I don't think you're going to be looking for Stella much more today. Kanika leans on your shoulder for support, and you help walk her back to the general store. Thanks, and sorry. This is embarrassing. The bells of the general store chime welcomingly as you help bring Kanika inside. Oh dear, Kanika, you poor thing. This is why you were supposed to stay in bed today. If you keep running around like this, it's going to take you so much longer to recover. Thank you so much for getting her home, and I hope you're feeling better after last night's fiasco. Hi, Mom. Go on, get up to bed. I'll be up in a minute with more tea. And Jordan, once she's all situated, I believe I owe you a chat. Hopefully we'll be able to start making sense of your visions. Wait, if you're talking mystery-related stuff, I should be here. Sweetie, you've done enough today, and you never like when I do tea readings anyway. I'm sure Jordan can catch you up once you're feeling better. I can. Okay, you're right. I'm not feeling well. I should really lie down. Is she normal sick, or is it weird sick? I also like the possum up there. I've recently become friends with possums. Kanika heads toward the stairs and disappears without saying another word. There's something off here. It's as if Kanika's spirit dimmed at Sybil's words. Shall we? Sybil motions towards the tea room. Did you turn her off? Did you turn her off? What'd you do to Kanika? Do? It almost sounds like you're accusing me of something. The only thing I did was tell her she should rest, as any mother would, and she listened, as any child would. I don't know about you. You seem like the person I should be trusting, which makes me not trust you at all. I'm gonna follow you, though. Please have a seat. I'll bring you a fresh cup. You take a seat at the small table at the edge of the room. It's dark here, only a sliver of sunlight able to filter through the heavy curtains, supplemented by the bright grow lights over the plant in the corner. Sybil joins you at the table and places a cup in front of you. It smells light and citrusy, with an undercurrent of decaying earth. This is a special blend. It should help clarify some of the visions you've been getting. I'll be able to do a reading once you're done. Until then, how about we just chat? Okay. So let mystery and ritual. You have something to tell me, just come out and say it. God damn. Ooh, you can really explode here. That seems very unreasonable. I can't imagine just randomly exploding like that, but the fact that it's an option makes me want to try it. I'm not going to, but I'll sip my tea first. You take the tea, sipping it delicately. The citrus smell is fleeting, quickly replaced with the earthiness at its core, like you've taken a mouthful of dirt. I don't like that. But the aftertaste combines the two flavors into something soothing and medicinal, and you find yourself feeling more comfortable, your muscles relaxing for the first time in days. There's something you don't like about the feeling. It's too soothing. You don't doubt that there's something magical at work in this blend. What are you doing to me? God damn it. I don't know if I like you. The other day you promised to tell me, what was it? Unsavory tales of my mom's youth? I most certainly did, though I might have been exaggerating a bit for dramatic effect. I'm prone to do that. In a town this size, you get to know everybody, no matter what the age difference might be. Vivian was a little younger than me, which meant I always had a certain older sister instinct about her. Her family wasn't good to her. Perlam was a lot like your great-grandmother, Edwardine, which is to say, she was not a very kind woman. Similar to Tabitha, but with more social grace and considerably more hatred for her fellow man. But your mother wasn't a shrinking violet, either. She was just as stubborn as any other Scarlet, so her family choosing her as their punching bag made her into quite the rebel. Perlam, my mom raised by Edwardine. What happened to their mother? I feel like I know a lot about the women in my family. What about the men? Did they even exist? That is interesting. I suppose they just haven't been very noteworthy since Edwardine took over the mines. Her husband died a long time ago, and to be quite honest, I can't even recall his name. Might have been Stuart or something, just as forgettable. From what Vivian said, her father was some teenaged fling that ended once your grandmother found out she was pregnant. I'm fairly certain it was similar for Vivian, though she was much older, and I believe she was the one who ended it, well, with skipping town and all. Why were Perlan and my mom raised by Edwardine? What happened to their mother? Their entry into this world was violent, I'm afraid. Their mother was young, too young to be pregnant, especially with twins. She didn't survive the labor. What happened when my mom found out she was pregnant? She came to me for advice. She was distraught. It was like she'd been handed a death sentence. Maybe it was fear from what had happened to her own mother. Maybe it was something else. But she seemed convinced she was in danger. Tabitha had already been born by then, of course, but she was born in wedlock, so I assumed your mother's worries had something to do with religion. Though the Scarlets weren't particularly religious as far as I know. But the way Vivian was that night she came to me, it stuck in my mind. It's always had me wondering what it was about your family that made her panic so much at the thought of having a baby. What do you know about my grandma? I'm afraid there isn't much I can tell you. I think there were two in that generation. The eldest died when the girls were still children. Edwardine never spoke about them, nor did your mother. So how'd you wind up in Scarlet Hollow? Oh, my family's been in these hills for a long time. That's how I know so much of the local flora. Everything I've learned was handed down from generations of hill folk. There hasn't always been a reliable doctor up here, especially not one most folks can afford. They have to figure out their own medicine. What's with all this mystery and ritual? If you have something to tell me, just come out and say it. I'll need your tea leaves first. I have pieces of the puzzle, but the tea leaves should help to give me the full picture. Okay. I guess I'll drink the drug tea. You close your eyes and take another sip and then another. It's delightful. The tea is gone before you know it. The small cup empty, save for what's left of rehydrated leaves coating the bottom. Oh, good. Glad you found the tea palatable enough to drink. It should do you some good. It's one of my more medicinal brands. Now on to business. Sybil takes the cup from you, staring thoughtfully down at the sludge. Oh dear, this doesn't bode well. Is it the grim? You've got just about every warning that can fit in the bottom of a cup. Cross, kettle, hourglass. All of these mean death, misery, difficulty, and the hourglass ties it all together with definite urgency. It's fair to assume that this all has to do with whatever brought the ditchlings. Something is coming, and whether any of us can stop it, I'm not sure, but we may at the very least be able to figure out what it is. And there's a central figure here, a cat, an enemy lurking in plain sight. It can't be Frou-Frou. No, it can't be. It can't be. The cat. It could be. Oh God. Okay. I could name every fucking person in. Oh, I can name every person in this entire game. How do I know you're not the cat? The cat could be Pastor Daniel. The cat could be Dustin. He's a possum who lives in my dresser, and I try to talk to him every day to hear his wisdom and help with his troubles. It would break my heart if he's the traitor. Can I see it myself? I'm sure it wouldn't make much sense to most people. It'll probably just look like a confusing mess of old leaves, but you're free to take a look. It looks like leaves. You take the cup staring down into it. It's just leaves. There's no pattern, nothing swimming together in the dregs of your tea to give you any warnings or premonitions. After a long moment, Sybil takes the cup from you. I hope that settled your curiosity. Don't worry if you couldn't make sense of it. It takes years to learn this sort of thing, even for someone with your propensities. She winks conspiratorially. That cat could be Dustin. He's a possum who lives in my dresser, and I try to talk to him every day to hear his wisdom and help with his troubles. It would break my heart if he's the traitor. Dear, I don't think you need to be worried about the possum living in your dresser being the cat. You're almost certainly looking for a human enemy. You don't have to figure out an answer right away. It often takes time for the mind to connect the dots. I didn't want to accuse anybody else, so I'm just like, the possum. Just be on guard and keep vigilant that someone close to you isn't to be trusted. I don't know about you. I don't know about you. We know from the ditchlings that something terrible is coming your way, and it's likely that it's connecting to some hidden enemy. Perhaps we can try to counteract whatever might be planned for you. Judging by what you told me last night, those stones, carvings, seals, whatever you want to call them, I think it's likely they have something to do with this. Until the cat reveals itself, it seems like your best course of action is to seek those carvings out, piece together what you can from your visions, and arm yourself with information. Have you sensed any others around town? Do you think you might be able to find another? Oh. Your thoughts drift to that door yesterday, the one that seemed to draw you in, urging you deeper into the clinic. Even just remembering it is enough to tug at you, compelling you to return and open it to see what's on the other side. You can find Stella later. Maybe you can even find her there. What? What's important now is finally seeing what's hidden in the clinic. I don't know if I should be touched. They seem no good. The feeling that is drawing me to the ancient stone seals may not be a good feeling. I think they should be left undisturbed. You've seen how many ditchlings have been gathering around here. If what you've seen so far was not the main event, imagine how bad that's going to be. Anything that happens around those stones may be worth it, even if it means you're able to get ahead of your adversary and whatever threatens this town. I think that's all the help I can offer. I hope this conversation has been illuminating, even if it just brought up more questions than giving you any clear answers, I guess. Thanks, I'll let you know if I find anything. Glad to hear it, I hope all goes well, and I wish you luck. Hopefully you won't need it. Thank you again for humoring an old lady and stopping by for a chat. With a small grunt of effort, Sybil gets up from the table and you're escorted back to the door. And remember, be careful who you put your trust in. According to your tea, the cat is getting ready to pounce, and merely being ready for it might not be enough. Sybil closes the door to the tea room, the bells of its door strangely flat in the stale air of the nearly empty general store. I'm gonna assume that Kanika is fine. I don't want to talk to Miles. He'll Fortnite at me and it'll make me feel bad. He'll dab at me and I won't know what to do. It's time you got to the bottom of what was behind that door. Oh, okay. You make your way up the familiar hill, past the rows of ragged houses that make up Scarlet Hollow's residential area. It isn't long before you find yourself outside of Dr. Kelly's clinic, its secrets enticing you to find a way in. Even at the bottom of the hill, you can already feel the presence. I mean, go up to the windows there, you know, and see if you can talk to Reese. Because I think getting his help is the way to go. Also, there's Wayne again. And some ditchlings. And a raccoon. And some more ditchlings. I really like the art. I quite like all of the stuff they pack into each place. It's very fun. You seem so obviously not a friend, but what if that means you are in fact who I should trust? I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna trust him. Is that stupid? Is that fucking slack-jawed stupid? It's like a magnet has been fixed to your ribcage, gently tugging you forward, guiding you towards whatever emits this compulsive frequency. Ask a woodland creature. No one will see you. Oh. See, that was what I was thinking. Knock on his basement windows. How would you get into the house, woodland critter? You quickly glance around, eyes trained on the underbrush. A flash of a striped tail grabs your eye immediately. I saw you there. Good friend. Can I help you, Buster? Hey there. If you were trying to break into that house at the top of the hill, how would you do it? What, just because I've got little hands and go through people's trash, I'm supposed to know how to break into places? There's a hill that'll take you right up to the big flat roof thing. Sometimes the humans leave windows open up there and I go inside. Don't tell them, okay? I like to sleep in their big piles of cloth. It's one of my few joys in life. Thank you, my friend, thank you. He leaves as you turn to look back at the clinic. You have your way in. I like the confidence of just walking in through the door. I'm gonna do that though, I'm gonna do it. You're pretty sure you can make the jump to the second floor, at least with a running start. You make your way up the hill and bend your knees in anticipation, and then you jump. You land and try the door. It's unlocked. The upstairs of the clinic feels like a decommissioned museum. Old furniture is covered in plain white sheets, and a thick layer of dust coats the floor. This place hasn't seen any use in years. You're in the clinic, free to explore as you please. Or rather, you're free to explore as you please. You can feel that odd sensation again, the nagging pull of whatever it was that wanted you to find it. You're here now, and it knows you're here, and you know exactly what it is. Another stone carving, eager to show you its secrets. You've been caught by its gravity, an overwhelming curiosity guiding you around a corner and towards a dark doorway under the stairs. It's been left ajar, as if inviting you to enter. I turn on the lights. Ooh! Oh. Reese? Is this the thing you normally do? The lights click on. You're in the morgue. Jordan? What are you doing in the morgue? What the fuck are you doing in the morgue? Vampire! Vampire! Hi. Hi. No, I don't. What are you doing? What are you doing in the morgue? I'm sure it looks weird. It's not like I expected anyone to come down here. I was just, you know, practicing. A rehearsal, if you will. Rehearse, you say? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Being among the dead brings you comfort? Huh. I guess I haven't really given it a lot of thought. I mean, you've given it some thought. You're fucking laying in the morgue. Clearly you think about it. His words seem distant to you. The tugging is strong down here. So it was like... we were upstairs when we saw the door. It's on the first floor. So is it like I mean, I don't know the layout of the building. Is it like in the wall right there? You can almost feel yourself slipping into a trance, and your eyes wander to the back wall of the morgue. Oh yeah, right there. You need to see what's back there. I follow the pull. Push Reese right out of the way. You touch the wall. It feels disappointingly solid under your palms. That's what I was thinking. Like, is it like under the room that we wanted to go into? Hey, are you okay? You feel Reese's hand gently shake your shoulder, and for a moment, the thing on the other side of the blank white wall loosens its pull on you. You kind of looked possessed for a second there. You good? Make him understand. Use your words. Don't let this fervor consume you. Be present in the moment. You inhale deeply and take in your surroundings. You can't help but notice that one of the body storage drawers is labeled Pearland Scarlet. Oh. Will that help anybody? This is at Oscar's house. They've been giving me visions, and I can see one on the other side of this wall. I need to see it. I want to see her. You step forward and pull out the drawer. So this is your Aunt Pearland, Cole Baroness of the Scarlet Mines, and local she-devil that it seemed no one, not even her own daughter, was able to mourn. This is not the first corpse you've seen, but it feels the same as any other. She's empty. She's an empty body now, the warmth and energy of a life now dissipated, the same as your mother was, and the same as you'll be one day. Cold air rises from her bluish skin, her vacant, filmy eyes staring up at nothing. You try to imagine what she may have looked like, alive and breathing, slinging subtle insults at the townsfolk, but it's hard to picture any expression on a face so stiff and cold with death. Making sure she didn't walk off. Not gonna poke her. Judgmental zombie would be just my luck. Is it weird that the first time I'm meeting her is like this? Probably means you'll have better memories of her than anybody else in town, if what I've heard about her is true, goddamn. I only met her a couple times. She never said anything, but she didn't have to. Her look was enough, like I was just a cockroach that had just scurried onto her shoe. Having seen what there was to see, you slide the drawer back in and close it. The mines had a stone carving, and Oscar's house did as well. There's one on the other side of this wall. I must see it, for reasons. Reese glances back at the wall. You're really serious, aren't you? This is probably a bad idea, but if you really need to get in there, I'm pretty sure there's an emergency axe somewhere upstairs. I just need to get the dock out of our hair. Should take 2 seconds. Really? Get the dock out of our hair. Now. Yeah, if I say I'm sick and need something, she'll drop whatever she's doing and do it for me. Surefire way to get her out of the house. And most of the time it's true anyway. Use what you got to get what you need. No shame in that. Exactly. Thanks for understanding. Don't mention it. If there's anything I can do to actually be useful, I'd be happy to help. Be right back. Okay. That's weirdly understanding. Oh yeah, we can definitely just break through my wall. It's fine. He strides past you, his long legs moving swiftly. He seems excited, his usual dour demeanor replaced with an uncharacteristic pep when faced with the prospect of sneaking around and tearing down walls. You hear his soft voice filtering in through the open doorway at the top of the stairs, a hoarse and sickly edge added for effect as he speaks to his mother. Hey, Mom. He coughs gently. Reese, I didn't know you were awake. I still feel like shit, but I think I can finally try to keep some juice down. It looks like we're all out, though. Really? I thought I just picked some up. I've got an errand to run on Main Street anyway. I'll go pick up some orange juice and some ginger ale, too. That would be awesome. Sorry to ask. I know you're probably busy. It's no problem. It doesn't take long. Don't do anything too strenuous while I'm gone. Just lie in bed until I get back. Thanks, Mom. I'll take it easy. I don't like the unholy voices. You hear her footsteps move down the hall, then the front door opening and closing. It worked! The theatric rasp has left his voice, excitement rising in its place. This is the most interesting thing that's happened in months, I'm sure. Come on up, we don't have long until she's back. As you step out of the morgue, you relax. The extra space between you and the carving has weakened its hold on you, and with it, your desperation to claw your way through the wall and unveil it. It's one of those emergency fire axes, so it should be pretty obvious wherever it is, though I'm not sure where she would be keeping it. I'll show you around. Let's try the doc's office first. You make your way to the doorway of her now vacant office. I don't see an axe in here. He's right. A cursory glance reveals nothing but stacks of paper and cabinets of medical supplies. But something on the desk catches your eye. Some sort of records with your family's name on them. I mean, I would assume that that's related to Pearl Ann. I'm just gonna move on. You turn around and leave the office as it was. Whatever those records were, they weren't an axe, and you don't want to waste time looking through them when the carving awaits. The medical supply room is probably a good bet. A fire axe seems like something that might be useful in a room full of chemicals. It's just down the hall. Okay, yeah, it's there. There it is. It looks like it needs a key, though. I mean... No, what we do, right, is we need an axe so we can break through the glass. We better not break the glass. I'd rather explain why I had to steal the axe after we've had a chance to use it. There must be a key in here somewhere. He stops as if listening to something you can't hear. Shit, she's back already. As if on cue, you hear the front door to the clinic open and close, the creak of its antique hinges echoing down the hallway. Footsteps start down the hall. God damn it. She's headed this way. Quick, we gotta hide. I'm not supposed to be in here. Okay. Why? He opens the closet door and hurriedly motions you inside. You slip past him, scrunching into the small space as best you can. He attempts to slide in after you. I mean, why would I not let him in? There's no room, keep going! I think there's actually plenty of room in here. No, you gotta keep going. I let him in. You make space and he slips in next to you, closing the door just enough that you can both still monitor the entrance to the supply room. You look very gaunt. Dr. Kelly storms in, plastic bag in tow. She takes something out of the bag and places it on the counter. Then she hurries back out, bag rustling as she makes her way back down the hallway. How fucking fast was she? She could not have gone nowhere. We like walked up the stairs for a second, she's back. We better wait a second just in case. I hope she just fucking left something. I'm good. I'm good. This does not spark joy. Keep your distance. Keep your distance from him? I'll wait for the danger to pass. The two of you stand in tense silence, both crammed into the suffocating closet, taking shallow breaths as if she could hear you breathing from the other side of the building. But the footsteps soon return. Dr. Kelly makes her way back towards your hiding place, creaking floorboards broadcasting our location all the way to the hallway just outside your hiding spot. Damn it. His head swivels suddenly. That was the door to the house. We're in the clear. Let's go. Okay. The two of you spill out of the closet. Reese quickly and quietly starts pulling out drawers and scanning them for keys. I will let him handle it. I don't know where things are. You watch while he rifles through drawers, content to let him figure it out. Soon there's a jingling of keys, and he turns to you victorious. There we go. They're even color-coded. She made this too easy. Reese pauses to look at the plant on the table. What? Oh, this? What is that? It was weird of her to drop that off, right? Why would she put some alien-looking fruit in the supply room? She's not a pharmacist. She's not supposed to make her own medicine. This room is for storing stuff she orders from an actual pharmacist, and I doubt it's decorative. I don't fucking know, man. It's what she's using to poison you, okay? Like, move on. I mean, you can if you want, I guess. Take it with us and look it up later? I don't know. Yeah, we're on the clock. Don't want to get caught in here. He shoves a berry from the weird plant into his pocket. I'll meet you down there. I've got to come up with something to cover for the noise. What the fuck is going on with you? What is going on with you? He hands you the axe and you make your way down the hallway toward the morgue. You follow Reese's instruction, once again staring down the basement stairs, letting the pull of the stone carving guide you back to the morgue. Dr. Kelly's voice filters down from above. Oh, for God's sake! I was right, we did already have juice. It was just in the back of the fridge, but there's no harm in having extra. What are you doing in the clinic? I thought I told you to go get rest. Oh, I'm just gonna chill in the morgue. I've got my speakers, so if you hear some weird sounds, that's just my music. Is this something he does normally? I'll be sure to put in earplugs to drown out all that industrial clanging you listen to. You know I'm not the biggest fan of you spending time down there. It can't be good for your mental health to hang out in a refrigerator for corpses. Did you at least have a blanket this time? Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just a change of scenery. My room feels too claustrophobic right now. Okay, I'll let you know when it's time for dinner. You hear the door close and the sound of Reese descending the stairs to join you in the fluorescent lit room below. Hey. Wall now, yes? I should warn you, something spooky might happen when we break down that wall. Just letting you know. Reese smiles. Good. Feel like I've been missing out lately. Okay. Stop asking questions. It's time to see what's on the other side of that wall. And we will do that next time. I will end it here. I wanna save it. I wanna save what happens. God knows what the fuck's gonna happen when we break open this wall. It's no good. We know it's no good. We know it's no good. I don't know what's going on with him. He does not. I mean, he looks ill. That much is sure, but he looks really ill. Like, you're so thin. I don't know what's going on with you. But I don't think it's gonna get any better when I open this wall at all. So anyway, I will leave it here on a bit of a cliffhanger today. I hope that you have enjoyed. If you have, then come back and see me next time. Goodbye.